Man, I really gotta get out of this city. How's it going, everybody? Welcome to General Hospital Envy, my General Hospital after show. Let's get right into it. It was a very shaky week in Port Charles, pun totally intended. So we kicked off this week the same way we ended last week with that earthquake. Jocelyn and Oscar got locked in the freezer, and they were so cute, adorable. Oscar kept giving Jocelyn his layers of clothing so that she could stay warm, and they were playing Never Have I Ever, which apparently Jocelyn has never heard of before. Never Have I Ever! It took a little while for Drew and Kim to find them, and by the time they were able to get in there, they were both passed out. They both had cases of hypothermia. Jocelyn was okay because Oscar gave her layers of clothing, but Oscar was pretty touch and go for a while. I gotta say, Eda McCoy, fantastic actress. She is such a blessing on the show. She's young, but she is so good. And in the story, we got to see a lot of good acting chops from her with her emotions towards Oscar, how scared she was when she finally saw Carly. It was good. I loved it. Speaking of Carly, she was trapped in the art gallery with Nelle, of all people. Go figure. I have a funny feeling that Chloe and Laura love working together because it's just so fun to watch them like snark at each other. I was cracking up when Carly was talking about how she was trapped in an elevator with Alexis in a burning building and how she missed those days. And I mean, totally valid. How long has it been since we've seen a complete disaster storyline on the show? I have been asking for that for forever, so thank you, writers, for doing one. While Carly and Nelle were at the art gallery, Sunny and Michael were at the house, and Michael got knocked out. I guess he fell down the stairs during the earthquake, and he had to be taken to the hospital, and he had a mild concussion. When Max had asked Michael what month it was, and he said February, I was like, you know, man, I thought it was February too. Like, this is so February Sweeps-esque, and it's March now. Better late than never, I suppose. Sunny's father, Mike, was wandering around town, and he stumbled onto Franco, who was trapped under a cabinet in that trailer. Jim pretty much just walked off after he saw that Franco was buried under there, and, like, I don't blame him. I'm sure most people don't. Mike obviously didn't know who Franco was, and he went to go get help for him, but, you know, Mike has Alzheimer's, so that didn't really help matters at all. He actually runs into Jason and Sam. He doesn't really remember Sam, except for that she was Jason's wife at one point, but it's kind of weird because Sam acted like she was, like, besties with him, and I'm like, I don't think those two really interacted except for when she was carrying Sunny's baby. So weird. Anyway, Sam took him to safety while Jason went to look for the mysterious man who was trapped somewhere. Jason finds Franco, and obviously that didn't go over well. Jason was actually going to leave him there to die, which, can you blame him? But Sam talked him out of it, which I had to cringe at those scenes because it's so, like, in favor of Roger Howarth. Like, the writing just to favor keeping the character around is so, like, convoluted. I know that there are Franco fans out there, and your opinion is valid, but for most of the people that watch the original story of Franco, we can't get past that any more than Jason can, so just the writing just really bothers me with that character. Anyway, Jason and Sam rescued Franco, blah, and Franco went to find Elizabeth, who is still waiting at the church for him. Girl, you should have been with your kids, or at the hospital, you waited for Franco. Homegirl, you should have been checking on your kids at this point, but whatever, do your thing, I guess. Jason and Sam were still at the trailer when the aftershock hits. That's right, there was an aftershocks to make matters even worse. And my OG JaSam loving heart got all fluttery because they were in an action sequence together and it was epic. You guys saw that. I mean, I obviously watched from the window when it happened. And after that explosion, Sam exploded herself and confessed her love to Jason, saying that she always loved him, she never stopped. I think we all saw this coming from a mile away, you know, it was bound to happen at some point. But, you know, I'm a Drew and Sam fan too. I especially love Kelly and Billy. Kelly are just like the most adorable pair ever, whether they're dating in real life or just really good friends. I love seeing them together, especially in like the behind the scenes stuff. So I'm torn, but like kind of happy, but kind of not, because it's such a crappy situation. I actually cried during those scenes, I'm not gonna lie. I think I just had this realization of how crappy the situation was myself, and it's like, yeah, this was done to Jason, Sam, and Drew, like all three of them by Faison. And like Jason said, there's no easy way out of this for Jason, Sam, or Drew. Someone's gonna get hurt. They're all gonna get hurt in some ways, so they gotta tread carefully. Evidently, they didn't do it carefully enough. So let's talk about the next day quickly. Sam and Drew were at the hospital being all lovey-dovey, and Jason was at the hospital too, and he was talking to Liz about saving Franco. Elizabeth had the balls to ask Jason to believe in redemption for Franco, and I'm like, You nuts? You're asking Jason of all people to forgive Franco after all the crap he put him through? I really wanted Jason to be like, yo, imagine if one of your sons got raped by someone that Franco sent after. Would you forgive him even after the brain tumor excuse? I don't think so. Although he did kidnap one of her sons once and she forgave that. Again, with the writing to try to redeem Franco, he is not redeemable. The brain tumor does not wash away all the stuff that James Franco's Franco did. James Franco's Franco and Roger Howarth's Franco are the same character no matter how you spin it, so you can't just erase the history just because there's a new actor. Oh, I should also mention that during the aftershock, Drew got caught under a fridge door and Franco helped Dante rescue him. I was really confused as to how Dante ended up with Franco at the floating rib. It was very weird, but whatever. And they actually had Sam say that she was grateful for Franco in this instance, and I was like, rah! Anyway, I'm going to stop talking about that. Let's talk about the other stories. Sam and Jason talked about their love confession in the hospital halls, and of course, Elizabeth overheard. Classic soap 101. Never share your secrets in an open space where anyone can hear you. I think we know that, not so much the characters. You think that they know by now after all these years. I mean, we know that as the audience, but clearly the characters haven't caught on yet. Let's see where this goes. Molly was actually injured either in the earthquake or the aftershock, I don't remember, but TJ and Julian rescued her. It's another kind of weird, bizarre situation to try to redeem Julian. I don't know, the whole redemption thing for these bad characters really bothers me. She did thank him, and I thought that was very big of Molly considering how much she does hate Julian, and she did get rescued by him, so it was the right thing to do to say thank you. But you know that the wheels in Alexis's head are spinning to try to get back with him, and I'm just like, no. Oh, apparently Nelle's building was lost in the earthquake, and Michael wasn't informed even though it's his building. But anyway, she used that opportunity to move in with the Quartermaines as per Monica, who invited her. I don't know if Monica is a fool or if she's playing the fool and just trying to keep her enemy close. I really hope that Monica is just kind of pulling one over Nelle's eyes because this is so weird to watch. Monica definitely knows better than that. I just hope that the writers remember that. Alright, now let's exit Port Charles and talk about Belgium, where Anna and Andre are searching for the midwife that delivered Anna's baby long ago. She found the daughter of the midwife, who revealed that she had a son, not a daughter. Definitely surprising to Anna. She is not so happy that Valentine lied to her. Let's see where that goes. Anyway, I thought it was a fantastic week in Port Charles. I absolutely loved every second of it. I loved the action. I loved the emotional beats during the storyline. All the acting was top notch, except for maybe Lulu wobbling in the earthquake. That I could have gone without seeing. My performers of the week definitely go to Eddie McCoy, who is Jocelyn, and Max Gale, who is Mike. Which reminds me that I didn't mention the last scene with Mike and Sunny and Carly. Mike does not want to move in with Sunny. Sunny basically has to talk Mike into moving in with them, and he is so resentful of the idea, and then he suddenly forgets, and then Carly suggests him moving in, and he's like, yeah, okay. Max is so believable as Mike going through Alzheimer's, just the way that he's acting. It's hard not to be devastated by it. And if you watch these videos, you know that I've said time and time again that I really wished Ron was still in the role of Mike, but Max is holding his own, and Maurice is killing it with his scenes, and Laura Wright's been amazing too, so, it's hard to not, be invested in the storyline a little bit, but I can't help but to think about Andre's memory mapping thing, and how it might come into play with Mike's Alzheimer's, and it's going to be really weird to see him cured by it if that's the route that they go. Oh well, I guess time will tell. Anyway, I'm going to end this video here. If you liked it, give it a big old thumbs up, and you can subscribe to my channel if you want to. I do these videos every Sunday, and I will catch you guys next week.